Hey, good evening, Floxies. Want to apologize. Just been kind of going through a lot of stuff. With the doctors, with the feeling sick, with feeling cheated and stuff like that. Because for a lot of things that make you sick out there, you've got lawsuits, you've got compensation, and basically for this, all you do is you get ignored. So yeah, just been going through a lot. Not really just that. It's like I always expect when I see a new doctor that something good is gonna come of it. Either they're gonna believe me, or they're gonna give me some sort of treatment, which that's like at the bottom of the list because I haven't really gotten anything that works. Or they can help me with the disability, which I believe that it's what I need right now because of all the crap that I'm going through. And yeah, so basically, um, I was telling my brother and my wife the other days, these doctors are just getting away with too much. I was just speaking to another doctor the other day about a note that they had to fill out, unrelated to me, but they didn't think it was necessary. And I only asked like once, and then towards the end of the call, I'm like, okay, so can you fill out that note? And it upset them so much that they're like, oh, okay, whatever, goodbye. They just hung up, and now that was a doctor. Um, wasn't for me; it was for somebody else. Um, and it's just like doctors now they need to remind themselves that you're coming to them for help, not to make you feel worse or lash out at you. Um, and in that same practice, I had another doctor that I went to, and I took tramadol, and then my pinky started hurting all of a sudden. It felt like a dog just bit it off. So the next day, I went to a doctor up there to that same practice, which is the same practice where the doctor that gave me Cipro is from. It's just easier to get appointments with them. They used to book you really quick before COVID. And they doctor was an elder lady just like the one that I talked to the other day. And I'm there with my sibling, and she, I tell her what's going on, and she's like, well, stop jerking off. And I'm like, hey, I mean, what's going on? I'm here with my family. And she's joking around like this in front of them. And I was like, well, I didn't say nothing, but it's just not the first time that this has happened. I could say at least 6 or 7 times that's happened to me, and that's one too many. I mean, I don't know what's up with these doctors. They just don't give a shit. Um, but I'm trying to look at the upside. Like I said previously, I'm trying to find something that I can do to make a living comfortably and to be all right. Because a lot of times my energy's just gone. I feel like crashing out. I get pain all over the place, which I'm used to. But it's harder for me to do tasks where I really got to think. Um, so yeah, you know, I wish I could just start my own business. I'm good at so many things, but at the same time, I'm responsible for what I do. If I start feeling sick while I'm doing something, and I don't have insurance or anything that I can say, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna leave the job how it is. You're gonna get paid, or with the insurance or whatever, something. So I don't know. I've got quite of a dilemma. Um, but yeah, I definitely still want to come up here and give you some progress reports on things that are going on if I find anything that helps. Ultimately, I think if I maybe start eating better, it might help, which I don't eat super unhealthy, but I don't eat super healthy. I eat like a normal person and somewhat healthy, but it's just hard to eat healthy, with all the stuff that you got going on. There's sometimes where I don't eat in the morning or in the afternoon because I'm feeling sick, or I feel nauseous, and then when I do eat, I eat a lot and then I feel sick again. Um, So it's hard. And then you see other people eating food that you probably shouldn't be eating, but it's like, well, it's hard. Sometimes that's all there is to eat, unless you cook for yourself, which is kind of hard right now. Um, but yeah, so if you guys want to share or message me, just post a comment. Let me know you emailed me or something at rammoney, RAMMONEY 682 at gmail.com. And I'll write back to you. Like, subscribe, please support my channel so I can keep making these videos, and maybe one day I can get monetized. um, but yeah, I've also really wanted to you know kind of put it out there as to how the doctors are, record them, with my phone or recorder or something, but that might be illegal without their consent, and they probably wouldn't want to see me after that. So I can only really tell you the encounters that I'm having with them. Right now, I've canceled a few doctor's appointments that I had because it's like, well, I don't know. You get tired of going through all these long drives and waiting and telling them your story, and then just getting wished, getting ignored basically. So still gonna go see the doctor that prescribed me this over the phone, which I've never seen in person or met or seen before that, and kind of see, tell him what happened and see if maybe he can help me somehow. You know, I tried to file a lawsuit, and I couldn't get anybody to take my case because they say, I guess, the state that I'm in has a statute of limitation. Not a statute of limitations. They have a limitation, I guess, as to how much you can sue a doctor for, which, or practice. I'm not sure. It's what the lawyer told me. It was like 200,000, and then they said that they would have to hire like special doctors and stuff, and get, you know reports, and then by the time you finish paying them, they said it wouldn't be worth it because I wouldn't pretty much get nothing, and they wouldn't get very much. So that's crazy. But I guess this state kind of put a limitation on it or something. Yeah, so that went nowhere, and now it's past the statute of limitations, I guess, as to where you can sue the practice or the doctor. I think it was like 2 or 3 years you had to do it, and it's pretty much over. So I'm hoping. I know I talked to a friend, and she said that somebody is starting a lawsuit or something like that. That would be good, if they were able to sue them, but maybe not for the stuff that they're getting actually cases won over, like like a rupture of your artery or something, or what is that called? I forgot what it's called, but all this crazy stuff. I mean, the lawyers call me and they, oh, you got a ruptured vessel or something, and like, no. It's like, oh, okay. Pretty much everything is like near death, and I'm like, no, hell no, thank God, no. Um, you know, the stuff that I've been going through has been mental and just pain and weakness and just crazy stuff, but it's a lot of torture. And you know, some of this I see that is documented with Gulf Gulf War syndrome, and there was one with the post office. But I don't know, for some reason these doctors don't wanna help. I think a lot of it has to do with these doctors being with these big, you know, hospitals. Because I see the doctors that I see mainly are these two big hospitals, and Kelsey Siebel's one of them. That's where I got it prescribed, and Methodist is another one. So I'm not sure if maybe because they're from big companies, they try to maybe steer clear from helping me because they don't want to get somebody else in trouble or make the practice looks bad, which is pretty much true. I mean, if I had a coworker doing something that maybe he did by accident, and then I found out, I don't want to get him in trouble, so maybe that's the reason I'm not getting any help. I've tried to find some just regular doctors that own their own practice. That's probably where I'm going to get the most help. But right now, with the pandemic, everybody is booked like 6, 7 months out, 3, 4 months out. So, and I don't know. I mean, sometimes I call, oh, we're not taking patients, and after 3 or 4 doctors, the other day I got um, referred to do pain management. They gave me 4 doctors. This is a doctor that wanted to stop seeing me, the rheumatologist. And first they referred me to a neuro psychiatrist, and finally got a call from them. They didn't call me, and they wanted like $400 a session. They don't take insurance, so obviously I had to tell them no. Called them back, and all the crap happened. And anyways, so I spoke to them, I think, a couple of days ago, and told them, hey, you guys send me here, and can't afford that. And they're like, okay, we'll look some up for you. And then it turns out that there's nobody in my state that takes insurance at all. Um, so anything would be out of pocket. So you're talking about hundreds of dollars a session. I'm like, you know what? Can't do that. So I'm like, you guys pretty much, gave me a false lead. And they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe pain management, and this and that. And they looked up a few people, called them all, and I don't know. As soon as I told them what was going on, hey, I took Cipro, been pain all over, got all these other issues. They're like, yeah, we can't deal with, we don't treat that, or you know, basically that's what I got told for the ones that did answer, which was like 3. Yeah, we don't treat that. We don't treat that. So like I called up one of the big hospitals that I go to, and they have a department. They're like, oh, I need a referral. You need a referral. I can't get a referral from these people. And then I message my general doctor, and sometimes for some reason it's hard to get a referral. It's like, I'm trying to get help, but I don't know. So the system's really messed up. I mean, they gotta fix the system. Some people don't have a hard time with it, but I know a lot of people that do. I don't know why it's designed this way. I guess the people that just take whatever as an answer, oh, you got this, and you're stuck with it, and you just deal with it, which is probably what I should do, is just deal with it, but I don't think it's right. I don't think I should be just dealing with it just because a doctor messed up. But yeah, so like and subscribe to my channel so I can hopefully one day get monetized. I will see you guys later.